Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another adventure with me, Aaron, and Lizzie, and back up at camp, Elena. This time we're out in Nordegg. Specifically, we're at Jackfish Lake, and we're looking for Bigfoot. Because you know what? Nordegg is world famous for Bigfoot sightings. If anyone has watched Survivorman with Les Stroud, he came out here with Todd Standing and actually documented and experienced some pretty cool stuff, saw some crazy things. And the more I research into the subject, the more experiences people have out here, and it's pretty interesting. So, is he real? Does it exist? I'm an Albertan, I'd like to know. And honestly, it's just an excuse to get out here. And I'm a little crazy, so. Side note, just across over there on the bay, there was a bald eagle that came down and actually killed a duck and flew away with it, and it was crazy. I didn't get it on film because I was up at camp at the time making coffee. But anyways, let's go check that out. It's barely 7 a.m. and this dog is insane. She loves camping. But anyways, this is what camp looks like. We have a fire ban, so we're using the propane pit this time. This right here is the absolute best way to make coffee. An old-fashioned percolator. Nothing beats bacon and eggers. Unfortunately, we can't cook it over the fire because, as I said, there's a fire ban. But honestly, nothing beats the nostalgia of an old green Coleman stove. Can't talk this morning. Probably because I woke up way too early excited. Alright, that's camp all packed up. It took like another 10 minutes, not even. Super fast. But yeah, we're ready to hit the road and go to the Wapiabi area. Go find Bigfoot. Here we are, just left Jackfish Lake, and we made it about 10 minutes down the road. Lizzie found the only patch of snow left, but we're at the Shunda group use area, and look at the view. She just found a ball. She found the only patch of snow and a ball in the woods. This is the second time she's found a random ball in the woods. Look at this dog. Oh my gosh. But look at that. This is why we come out here. Still no sign of Bigfoot. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is letting a little bit of air out of the tires. I typically do this just to make the ride a little bit more comfortable, especially when you're on gravel. And you need more grip when things get rough. Having a bit wider of a footprint can really help you when you're out off-roading. 30 33. I usually run these tires on the highway about 37, 38, with them being an LT tire, but out in the woods we're probably going to go down to around 20, 25. I wouldn't want to go any lower than that, because then you risk blowing a bead off, and you do not want to do that out here. And why I chose to go north is historically where the most sightings have been for Sasquatch or Bigfoot. Not to say they can't go south or any other direction, but apparently north of Nordegg is the hot spot for action to happen. And honestly, theoretically, if a grizzly bear can live out here that weighs 800 pounds, why can't Bigfoot? You know how many deer we've seen? Well over 30. And that's just between last night and this morning. It got a little muddy and a little wet. We're obviously getting higher up. So there is a bit of snow. And it's pretty soggy. I do not expect our spot to be that great. We're probably not going to end up camping there from what I'm seeing so far. But if you saw earlier, there is a creek with a spot on the side of it and we might end up there. This is the Wapiabi Cave Trail, and it's apparently closed. Pretty old sign. Must be due to these bats. Effective July 19th, 2010, so yeah, pretty old now, 15 years ago. Huh. Interesting. This is where we are. Blackstone Wapiabi Public Land Use Zone. And we're in this area actually. Came down here, came down there. Yeah, we're right here at that info sign. Yeah, it's beautiful. Lizzie! She's chasing squirrels already. Right on. Well, everyone, it looks like I was wrong. We drove up the rest of the way and camp was actually pretty dry. Well, it's pretty wet. There's still snow. But regardless, we still can't have a real wood fire because there is still a fire ban for all backcountry campfires, unless you have a proper fire ring, which we do not. But we are situated right outside the Bighorn Range. And just down over there, over the trees, is Largehorn Peak. I originally intended on walking down this trail at night to see if I could find any tree structures or see anything crazy. Looks like sledders have come out here in the winter. Maybe we'll see how far we can get down it before we get sick of trudging through the snow without snowshoes. Before we go hiking, we gotta eat hot dogs. Lizzie, come. She always goes after squirrels. Look what we found. A pile of what looks like to be bear shit. Definitely not Sasquatch. But if you look, there's definitely some bones in it and some fur. So that's good to know. We're walking down what looks like to be a really remote quad trail in the Wapiabi area. And we're looking for a sign of the elusive Sasquatch. Tree was struck by lightning. The only burned tree in the forest. Okay. Some people may mistake lots of things like fallen trees, for instance, as tree structures. But the ones that I've seen people share are obviously pretty intricate. But you also got to question if they were there making it themselves just for the YouTube fame. Anyways, I can see why this forest gives off some pretty creepy vibes. And I can also see why something can remain hidden, because you cannot see anything. But like something like this, that's obviously man. This is all done by people. Mind you, people that I have watched done their own research in and around the same area, Nordegg, Alberta. They've asked other people where to go and where to look and where other people have had encounters. I honestly just came out here willy-nilly, as in no plan at all, just looking around, just to see if I could come find anything for myself and have it an original kind of experience, you know. But regardless, it's beautiful out here. True or not. Anyways, we may not have seen anything interesting out on this part, but we are going to go back to camp later tonight, and maybe we will try knocking some trees and stuff, making some noise and seeing what we can hear, because typically I think they are more active at night from what I've listened to, if they do exist. Does a dog shit in the woods?
Chronicles. Actually, they've always been kind of a.
She isn't always just crazy.
Really
now she's finally relaxed.
Probably new to the audience, but I wanted to go ahead and introduce.
Got the fire going.
Everyone knows Woody, our brother Woody.
Perfect mountain view.
Come back to the show on a permanent basis.
And an episode of Sasquatch Chronicles.
And
the whole reason why I got hooked to this.
Ramona's been working with us for a few months now. She's been kind of in the...
And, you know, whenever they'd be, you know, taking interest in him, the leader of the party would just kind of blow the whole thing.
Hey guys, so we're out here in the clearing and we're gonna do some tree knocks and see if we can't hear anything knock some trees back. As crazy as that sounds, but allegedly Bigfoot, they communicate each other's location by making sounds and knocking trees with other sticks and logs and whatnot. So by all means, decided to come down from camp down into the clearing so it echoed way louder. No return knocks. Maybe later we'll come back and do some whooping, some calling. Apparently like whistle, and they make whooping noises and howls and all kinds of weird noises that, yeah, you wouldn't want to hear when you're camping in the middle of nowhere like I am right now. Oh well. My luck, it'll be an 800-pound grizzly bear that comes knocking on my fiberglass canopy. Well guys, it's getting close to probably 10 o'clock at night and the sun is still pretty bright. But I'm probably going to call it a night anyways. And unfortunately, you don't get to hear me whooping like Bigfoot after all. Not even this can stop coffee. How else am I gonna get out of here? Without it? That's dumb. see it, but way down there we got a deer crossing the road. Anyways, keep heading north. You go to the Blackstone Provincial Rec area. This is the Wapiabi Rec area that we're just exiting, but since we packed up early enough and we have time, we're gonna go down here and check out Blackstone just a little bit. Someone was nice and left maybe a couple hours worth of split wood right along the Blackstone River. Let's go check it out. It's gorgeous. Honestly, could go right down there and just... But if the river gets deep, you don't want to be down here, I guess. But looking at all the plant life, I don't think the water level has been up here in a really long time. Well, we're all done with the Chungo Road and just finishing Highway 40. We're back at the same place I aired down. Now we're airing back up. Got it set to 37. Elena's just chilling, watching Netflix. Just hooks up to the battery. Just a Canadian Tire air compressor. It's Elena fucking with me. Thanks. Got that on camera.
I didn't touch anything.
Oh, that's my tire pressure sensors going off, saying that's good enough.
Oh.
Yeah, I just realized Chevy does that. Yep. Anyways. Oh. Lizzie Lou. She's tired. She had a good weekend. But now we're gonna go have brunch at the Miners Cafe in Nordegg, so having our cinnamon buns and croissants from the Miners Cafe with a mountain view at the trailhead for the Nordegg to Rocky Mountain House Rail Trail, just inside Nordegg when you first get in off the David Thompson Highway. But yeah, if only GoPro had smell-o-vision right now. Touring around through Crescent Falls. After they redid the whole provincial rec area. Well, I can't say the whole provincial rec area. They redid all the lookouts for the falls and whatnot, and the up top of the valley. But the campground's pretty much the same. We decided to go check out the falls on one of the new trails that they built here while it was closed last summer. I can't remember if it was closed for 1 or 2 summers, but they put a lot of work into this place, that's for sure. Crescent Falls, and then Isaac's ice climb for when the falls freeze up in the wintertime. Coming, Lizzie Lou. Here's Crescent Falls. Standing on one of the new observation decks. There's the direct drop straight to the bottom. The first set of falls over there, and another new observation deck. But isn't it beautiful? So are you, Elena Bobena. She doesn't like it when I call her Elena Bobena, but it's her nickname. Well guys, turns out those steel stairs are way too hard on Lizzie Lou's paws, so I carried her down those, and the view, yeah. Probably doesn't do it any justice.
If you're scared, I can.
Elena will show you that drop. I'm a chicken shit. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end to this adventure. We didn't really get to see Sasquatch, but we got to see a lot of really cool stuff. Next time I come out here, I'm going to be riding my bike down Highway 40 in July for my 30th birthday. So, see you then. Hope everyone's doing well, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Bye.